judge's decision?
I mean, I thought I won by split decision, like, close fight, but I thought I won.
Manny, like he has throughout his whole entire career, does a great job with 30 seconds left or even the 10-second clapper of throwing flurries, and the crowd reacts and steals rounds.
Manny Pacquiao, was history robbed by this decision? Because we've seen bad decisions, we've seen them before. They don't cost somebody the way it cost Manny Pacquiao. That would have been historic, and we get a draw.
Following Manny Pacquiao's majority draw against Mario Barrios on July 19th, new chatter has emerged in the boxing world. Rumors claim that Pacquiao may have revealed evidence pointing to questionable judging in the fight's outcome. Although no official confirmation or documents have been presented, the possibility alone has stirred heated discussion and speculation across the sport.
But Manny Pacquiao, was history robbed by this decision? Because we've seen bad decisions, we've seen them before. They don't cost somebody the way it cost Manny Pacquiao. That would have been historic, and we get a draw instead. What's your opinion?
Everyone's screaming robbery, and I understand. I mean, the nostalgia of watching Manny Pacquiao go out there and do what he did. I mean, he was absolutely incredible for his age. In terms of, was he incredible for Manny Pacquiao? No, because Manny from 10 years ago, I think, would ice Barrios in one round. But this version of Manny Pacquiao, which it was so amazing to watch. I mean, what a legend. For him to be able to do what he did at this advanced age, come back from a 4-year hiatus, hasn't fought in 4 years, step right into a 12-round.
Awful loss, by the way.
Awful loss, and look that damn good. And listen, I know you're gonna be like, oh, he didn't, he looked okay. Barrios didn't look good at all. Doesn't matter. Against Ugas, he didn't look good. Pacquiao looked bad in the Ugas fight. He looked good in this fight. So I don't know. I'm over the moon for Manny Pacquiao. His ability to do what he did at this stage of his career, the fact that he always comes back, he's always looking for the biggest challenge.
Fans, boxing commentators, and even Pacquiao himself have voiced frustration over the judge's decision. The official cards showed one judge siding with Barrios at 115 to 113, while the other two had it even at 114 to 114, a result many felt didn't reflect Pacquiao's dominance across the 12 rounds. If the rumors of irregularities, whether through internal communications or questionable scorecard details, prove to hold any truth, this bout could escalate into a major controversy. Such a development would cast serious doubt on the credibility of the judging process at Las Vegas's MGM Grand.
This fight against Mario Barrios was a bit of a roller coaster ride because, it looked for a minute there like this could have been an Ugas situation and Manny was going to look a little sad. Trying to get out my scorecard here, which it was not a hard fight to score. I'll tell you that one right now, because first round, obviously a Manny Pacquiao round. Barrios didn't even throw didn't throw punches. Second round was a little closer, but I still thought Pacquiao had the action. And my thinking going into this is why I bet on Pacquiao. I've been to a couple Barrios fights in Vegas. I've seen him fight on a couple of cards, a Canelo card, Benavidez card. I've interviewed Barrios at least twice, I think maybe 3 times. Really good dude, San Antonio, super solid. A bigger welterweight, but has had some tough goes when he stepped up in competition. Gervonta Davis fight comes to mind.
While debates continue over punch stats and Pacquiao's offensive output, a large portion of the spotlight has shifted toward Mario Barrios' lackluster showing. The younger title holder seemed hesitant throughout, rarely pressing the action or asserting himself in the center of the ring. His tentative approach, combined with stretches of inactive defense, left many observers questioning why he failed to raise the tempo. Some believe the weight of Pacquiao's name and experience may have caused hesitation. In the end, his cautious, low-risk strategy left fans unconvinced that he had done enough to legitimately earn a draw.
So yeah, everybody, so this is Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. So yeah, everybody, Manny Pacquiao, this ended in a draw. So yeah, it was a good fight, very good fight. I thought Pacquiao edged it, based off, I don't know, maybe eye-catching work, but Barrios was, I would say, was slipping away halfway through 6-7, around that there, and then he came back in the last couple of rounds, but in the same time, I think Pacquiao did enough to win the fight. But it was a great fight, everybody. Manny Pacquiao looked far from done in this fight. He looked fantastic, looked like Father Time didn't beat him, and he was quite impressive tonight. and more impressive than the expedition he did face in Japan not too long ago. It was a great fight. Unfortunately, there was no win put down to either fighter. It was a draw. Second draw for Barrios too. His last draw was from the Abdul Ramos. So this was a great fight, everybody. What do you guys think about it? I thought it was a very, very good fight.
Former two-time welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who spent years sparring with Pacquiao, didn't mince words when reacting to the result. Porter argued it was nearly impossible to justify awarding rounds to Barrios, noting, "I just couldn't see where Mario was in control. At no point did he take command of the action. If you were measuring momentum, it was swinging Manny's way all night." He slammed the decision as a glaring example of poor judging, adding that the level of expertise required to score such fights is far beyond what was on display. Porter finished by admitting bluntly, "I don't trust the judges." His comments echoed the widespread sentiment that Pacquiao did more than enough to secure victory, making the majority draw even harder to accept.
What do you think about the overall matchup?
Everything, man. I watched him train like last week or the week before, and amazing to see him still move and bounce and do all the same things that he was doing in camp years ago when I was with him. So he's still locked in. He's still him, Crazy, but he is. You know what they say, man. The last thing to go is that.
Listen. We've seen Manny on the end of bad decisions before. Timothy Bradley, excuse me. Jeff Horn fight, and shout out to Tim. I know how you feel about that. Family. All right. But this is what he's got to deal with. You can't go through a camp, do what you just did right there. We saw all the heart, everything that we've always seen from Manny, and this is the result. Shout out to Mario. He made the fight difficult just from being a big guy who is a better boxer than I realized. Came to the ring with a true game plan to try to box and be patient, find openings and things of that nature. I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw. I think that there was a lot more that he could have done. But the main thing is the style that he chose to box was actually a good style to use against Manny Pacquiao. They were saying that they were going to come right to the middle of the ring, and they did, but they came to the middle of the ring, and then they circled, they moved, they worked behind the jab. Not enough jabs, not enough of everything.
Respected trainer and boxing commentator Teddy Atlas shared a more measured perspective on the Pacquiao Barrios result. Breaking the fight down on his program, Atlas noted that it was a tightly contested bout with several razor-thin rounds. While he understood why many felt Pacquiao had done enough to win, he didn't view the outcome as a blatant robbery. He pointed out that Pacquiao, at 46 years old, showed some early signs of age before regaining his rhythm and pushing the pace. In Atlas's view, a case could certainly be made for Pacquiao on the scorecards, but the verdict of a draw still fell within reason, given how competitive the matchup turned out to be.
All right, but we're going to pick it up. The return of the legend, the icon, Manny Pacquiao, from Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM, took on the WBC 147-pound welterweight champion, Mario Barrios. And this was Manny's return to the ring, 4 years of inactivity since his last fight versus Ugas. And Manny, in my opinion, I'm very impressed at 46 years old to see Manny Pacquiao doing what he was doing out there. I didn't see the legs of the past to close those gaps or the explosion. But you did see Manny Pacquiao throwing his flurries and going back to his old style of fighting. So with that being said, bud, I just want to get right into it. I want to get your breakdown of this fight. There's a lot of people out there saying that Manny Pacquiao was robbed. I thought this fight was very intriguing because of how close it was. It was a lot of hard rounds to score. And Manny, like he has throughout his whole entire career, does a great job with 30 seconds left or even the 10-second clapper of throwing flurries, and the crowd reacts and steals rounds. With that being said, I was shocked to not hear Manny Pacquiao's name called as the winner because of that. I did think it was a draw, but again, I thought Manny's name would be called. What did you think? What'd you make of this fight?
First of all, I watched the fight. Thank you to all the great UFC people, Glenn and Charlie Monahan and all those people. They actually got me a feed in the suite on the set in New Orleans. While in between we were doing hits for UFC, they made it possible for me to watch the fight live. So I appreciate that. So also with that atmosphere, that environment, you know, there's some distractions going on. But I saw the fight. I saw it good. I saw it solid. I make these statements. I think my son is right on the button, first of all. And with everything that he just laid out, when you're talking about an icon, a guy like this, 46 years old, just a special fighter.
Veteran broadcaster Jim Gray didn't hold back when addressing the Pacquiao Barrios outcome. He argued that Pacquiao had clearly done enough to secure the win and labeled the majority draw a black mark on boxing. Gray highlighted Manny's sharper offense, more telling punches, and overall control of the ring as proof that he was the superior fighter on the night. His frustration echoed the sentiment of many observers who felt the judges overlooked what seemed obvious inside the ropes.
Right, and then to 114.
I thought Manny won.
Close fight. I think Manny did a good job towards the end. Last round I gave it to Barrios, but the last 5 rounds, the 12,
I had the same way.
It was Manny Pacquiao. I thought Barrios was gonna take it, but you know, I don't know what happened.
Well,
great job by Manny Pacquiao, who's 46 years old.
46. Look,
yeah, I mean,
and you know boxing, so people can't say that you're biased or you're just straight.
I think he did great. I mean,
I think
for
he
his
won.
age, you know.
Regardless,
it's not the Manny that we used to know, but you know, thank God he didn't lose.
Former world champion and current analyst Fernando Vargas voiced mixed feelings about the Pacquiao Barrios verdict. On one hand, he praised Pacquiao's performance and pointed out how the energy of the crowd reflected a belief that Manny had done enough to win. On the other, Vargas admitted that Barrios managed to put together a few strong rounds late, which could explain how the draw appeared on the scorecards. While personally let down by the outcome, especially considering Pacquiao's legendary stature, Vargas ultimately respected the official ruling and noted that the divided opinions among fans and media reflected the judge's final call.
Fernando Sr., Brian.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Cómo estás, güey?
¿Cómo está, carnal? ¿Todo bien? Sí. Ya está, pues. Sí, avísanos nosotros para que podamos correr y entrenar. Ah, pues está bien.
What you guys think? What you think about it?
He said no for us, so fuck it. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. How's it like the decision? You know, I don't know. It's
Did you think it was a draw?
I thought it was a draw.
You thought it was a draw?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Right. Keith bet on a draw, so he thought it was a draw too.
Who thought?
Thurman.
Yeah, I thought it was a draw.
Why did you think it was a draw?
As it went back and forth. I mean,
did you like what you saw from Manny Sr.? Did you like how he fought?
who?
Senior. Sorry, Manny, I mean.
Oh, yeah, definitely did great. I mean, you can tell that he's not 100% like he used to be, because, you know, it showed that he was not as quick as he was once, you know what I mean? So, I mean, Manny did his thing, though.
But I think Pacquiao still put on, man. You saw, whether you're a Filipino, Mexican, you saw boxing, and I think that's what boxing is missing. You know, just a hard.
So the big question remains, was the draw a fair reflection of the fight, or just another case of boxing politics overshadowing the sport? Why do controversies like this seem to follow Pacquiao more than most? Share your take in the comments, we'd love to hear your perspective.